My name is Wanjiru Njuguna, a friend to Daniel. I first met Chache in 1998 in St. Anna's Primary School. He had just been dropped by a relatively good-looking car. If I'm not wrong, it had a Kenyan flag. And I remember looking at my mom's Toyota Starlet and wondering where we went wrong in life. He was quite shy at the time. We talked once in a while, and after some time, we discovered we were neighbors in Langata Estate. I would say our friendship was really meant to be, because our paths crossed so many times after that. Fast forward a few years later, when I was in university, I bumped into him again in town. I did not recognize him at all because at that time he had dreadlocks. He called out my full name. Sadly, I could not remember his. It was embarrassing to say the least. But that was Chache. He never forgot anyone he met. On that specific day, he insisted on buying me lunch at the recently opened Java house. I was calm on the surface but very excited inside, because being taken to Java that time was quite the achievement. We met again when I got my first job in Telkom Kenya. We worked together, and again when I went to pursue my studies in Malaysia. Daniel was one of the kindest people I knew. He gave, even on days he did not have much. He gifted me my first 1 GB flash disk, which may sound very strange now, but having a 1 GB flash disk in 205 undue societal respect. He was quite a gentleman. For as long as I can remember, he never allowed me to pay for any meals we bought together. He gave me my first bouquet of flowers, fresh from the farm, and sometimes brought me avocados whenever he came to visit because he knew how much I loved them. Chache was full of life. As you know, he loved adventure. Sometimes I couldn't keep up. I would call him, and for whatever reason, he was either up a mountain or somewhere in the wild with animals. Sometimes I would get so annoyed and tell him to call me back as soon as he was anywhere below 1500 meters of sea level. Either way, he always reached out. He called back. He kept in touch. Much as people would remember him as being funny and quirky, he was quite intelligent. He was always working on a system, coding, learning. He had a beautiful brain. He had so much to give the world. Daniel consistently invested in our relationship. Looking back, wherever we were in the world, we always talked. Wherever he had a chance to see me, he showed up. He paid me a visit at the university I was in Malaysia, and we had so much fun. He never got tired of being my friend. Even on days I felt that my world was crumbling down and I had no desire for human interaction, he was always there. Thank you for showing me the true meaning of friendship, Chache. It's never been about how much money we earned or any other material things. It was about simple things like talking long hours about everything and nothing. It was about accepting each other with all our individual flaws, supporting each other in all our ventures, being reliable, and sometimes buying French fries from joints which I'm almost 100% sure use transformer oil as a base ingredient. Being a friend to Chache was simple. He taught me to always look for a silver lining in every situation I'm faced with. Thank you so much for bringing joy to my life. You always had a plan. It was never a dull moment with you. It's hard to summarize all the memories we've shared over the years. It breaks my heart that we're here today. I wish we had more time. It's now time to let you go. Your spirit is now free, and you're no longer in pain. I will miss you and will think about you every day. You're in a better place than you will ever be. Say hi to my dad when you see him. I take comfort in knowing that I now have 2 guardian angels looking over me. I've learned that life can be taken in the blink of an eye, and only heaven really knows why. Until I see you again, farewell thee, my friend.
Thank you very much. My name is Nicole Chesoni. I've known Mochache since high school. I met him when I was in Form 2 at St. Anna's. First is just to say thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mama, Nana, Kingi. Thank you for giving us such a wonderful person. I'd like to read 2 poems to you from one of my favorite poets. The first one reads, I will soldier on. Life will not pass me by. Life will not pass me by. On a good day, it will be my roller coaster. I will ride it hard, taking the dips, the curves, and the waves in my stride, holding firm. On the days I will slow down, I will try and understand the pop-ups, the bulk mail, and the milestones, the lead uphill. Life will not pass me by, because whatever comes my way, I will not stop, lest life tramples me with its measured tread before my time. Thank you. I'm struggling a little bit, because Chache has always been there for all of us. He's been kind, he's been humble. He walked a lot. We didn't know about the nice cars. Mochache likes to walk a lot, and he was a humble person, and he loved unconditionally. For me, I think I'm losing my person, my friend, my 3 a.m. calls. It's just to say thank you. The second poem I'd like to read to you is A Distance Promise. Mochache always said, when you can't smile. Last year I had a very difficult time, and Mochache always said, smile, cheka, kama wewe, fanya kama wewe, cheza kama wewe, Nicole. He kept the promise, and I think he's kept the promise with everyone. Every date he promised, every call he promised, he kept at it. And I think it's something that we continue to carry. So I'll read Distance Promise. Distant Promise. When at the end of the day you lie down, I will be the hand that loves you. I will be the warmth that engulfs you. I will be the pillow that cushions you length for length. I will listen to you when you sigh, smile when you smile, and when your lids close, I will drift with you into our dreams. This is by Chebet Karago. Thank you very much.
For us this day, we do not even have the words to describe our son who has slept. We are so hurt. It happened so suddenly. We are still in shock. He was a loving son, promising. We expected a lot from him. He was already doing it, but it just happened. We have no words to describe what has happened. For now, I would like to introduce our eldest sister in Mochache's family, Leah Mora Mikuro. But before she speaks, we'd also like to introduce Mama Nyanchama, Virita Nyanchama, who is now keeping guard at home. I would like to ask Mama to speak first because she is tired and she would like to sit down before my sister Leah speaks. Mama, vakwani naenda batebi pole.
Minto soma nene na bakwani rimbi yamule yamono mwana mageto omwana Nyakeri obeiro otimukirere ntoko morora rindi otebi omwana onanjeraga akiba remereria emereria mabera itekire toko buja arinde toko morora emereria nyasa ora gokonyo tamero manene sai naro na uate tuwati mangana gaki nyamwana yo gatoita.
Wapenda wa Mungu, kila mmoja amekuja kwa sherehe ya mwisho ya mtoto wangu anaitwa Nyakeri. Ninawasalimu kwa jina la Yesu. Nimewasalimu tena sherehe ya mwisho mara ya pili. Nawapenda, hata nimefurahi kabisa, ingawa niko na majosi. Ninafurahi kwa sababu nimeona dada yangu Angela amefanya makuu. Ameingia kwa Mungu kabisa, ametoa kanisa hapa. Na hii kanisa imejengwa hapa. Tafadhali muite kanisa ya Nyakeri Daniel. Kwa maana nimeona ni furaha kuu kuona sherehe ya mwisho kwa mtoto wangu. Ingawa niko na machozi, ninaita watoto wale wote walikuja kutoka Nairobi na watu wakubwa. Walikuja jana na wengine walikuja juzi na wengine wamekuja leo. Tafadhali amani ile mbuko naye ambaye mnasindikiza mtoto wetu Angela, ambaye mumekaa na Angela kwa muda huu wote, na tena mnamkumbuka Nyakeri kwa sababu Nyakeri alikuwa na upendo, alikuwa mtoto ambaye anapenda kila mtu. Nikifikiri Nyakeri ninaweza kulia hata kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni, lakini sasa sina habari. Habari yote imeisha leo, na kwa sababu habari hii imeisha leo, kila mtu aende na maombi ya kuombea dada yangu Angela, kwa maana Mungu atamuendesha na atakuwa ndiye kiongozi wa hii kanisa. Tafadhali nimesema asante sana, nimefurahi. Dada zangu, ndugu zangu, kila mmoja aende na amani. Asanteni.
Amen. For now, what I could say is that keep praying for Sister Angela's family. Pray for her. Pray for Kingi. Pray for Nana, so that the Lord will continue to protect them, so that the Lord will continue to build a hedge around them to protect them from all harm, to protect them from the evil one, and to protect them from all diseases. We don't have much to say except to thank all those who have come to say Paula to us, all those from Kisii, Nyansiongo, Itumbe, and all our friends from Nairobi and from wherever you have come from. We thank you so much. We thank the church which has prepared this program for us. May the Lord continue to be with you, and may this church grow and continue to grow. I thank all my brothers and sisters. I thank all the Nyachais, led by our mom, Grace. May the Lord continue to be with you. We'll continue to pray for you, and may you also continue to pray for us. We thank you, and may God bless you.
Being asked, given a little task or a big task by Ajira to acknowledge, with the, to acknowledge the condolences sent by His Excellency the President to Ajira and the family through the Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i. We are very glad. Ajira has asked me to acknowledge that. It was very kind of him, and on behalf of the family, Ajira, and the entire family and friends, we are grateful that he is always there for us in times of need, in times of pain, and he is always there for our family in times even of joy. And so we are very grateful, and I think there must be somebody who would also pass that message to C.S. Matiang'i, through whom this message of condolences came from. So on behalf of Ajira and the family, we are very grateful. As I stand here, until Nyakeri left us, I thought what people have been saying, it's only me who knew about that. About the gentleness, about the kindness, about the love Nyakeri had towards us as a family. I, as a grandmother, so often I would call Nyakeri about one or two things. And I don't know how he managed and where he got all the energy. Because now what I'm hearing is that he was doing this for many of us. And he would be there and he would tell me, don't worry, I'll do it. And I think I mentioned in my message how one time he called me and he told me that our website for Symbiosis was a little bit embarrassing. And he said, I'm not looking for a job, but on your behalf I feel embarrassed about the website. So I asked him, what can we do? And he went ahead and worked on it. And the messages we have been getting is how nice that website looks like. That was Nyakeri. Nyakeri, I must say that he was very, very special. Very special. It's so difficult to stand here and say all the good things about him. But what is coming out through the speeches we have had at home on Friday, and even here what we have already heard, is just that he was a special person. And just tells us that those we hold so dear, those who are so special, even in the eyes of God, he also loves them. And we can only conclude that's why God called Nyakeri at such an early age to go and be with him. I recognize that so often we are not able to say and to acknowledge people and tell them that we love them when they are alive. And there are so many things have been going through my head. I could have said it to Nyakeri when he was alive, but now he is not with us, and so I cannot say it. So please give me a minute to just appreciate Ajira. Ajira, I've been thinking, going through this through the last couple of days, of what you have done from the time we lost Joseph, and the burden of bringing up children, educating them. And when I look at you, I must say that, and I know I'll be speaking on behalf of our family, it is admirable. And we really truly thank God for you. And I know that this has been possible because of your faith in God. We thank God for that, because there are very few people. Ajira was only 30 years old when she was widowed. And for her to have done what she has done, I know it is with God's help, but also her own determination. So I stand here this afternoon, Ajira, to appreciate you, to say we are very proud of you, what you have done. And I pray that even in the pain that you are going through, hold on to God, because God who has brought you through these 22 years, his promise is that you will never leave us or forsake us. And I know that he is going to hold you, that he will watch over you, he will watch over Kemunto, over Nana, and indeed the whole family. All I can say as a grandmother, as a mother, is that you can count on me. As long as God gives me life, I'll stand with you and your family. It's difficult. Before I finish, I know that we were given 2 minutes, and it's not easy to say all the things that you would like to say in 2 minutes. I would like to finish with these words, and I would like this to be the words for each one of us who are here. This is a very difficult season. It's not just, it's very difficult. And so only God knows how long we are out. And these words, I would like each one of us to go with these words and say it to yourself. I have decided to follow Jesus. The world behind me, the cross before me. Though none go with me, I'll follow my cross. I'll carry it till I see Jesus. Lord, help us to live this prayer every day. May God bless you all. And may the Lord bless the soul of our dear Nyakeri in eternal peace.
I say thank you so much for coming for this funeral for my nephew, my wonderful nephew. We'll ever miss him. He was a very hard-working boy. I miss him so much because whenever I needed anything, he was there for me. My sister Angela, take a heart. You have been there since that afternoon when we were in the hospital with Mark, and you came. You met us there when Joseph had already gone. You were left with Kemunto when he was like 6 years, but God has been there for you. Continue, be strong. Nyakeri is gone, but God is there. You are not alone. God will take care of you with the doctor there and Nana. God will be there, my sister. Be strong. Everything, God will be there for you, my sister. My uncles, you could have stood up so that everybody could see you, that you are around.
Thank you for the opportunity to mourn my Omoiwa and also to encourage Mano Minto Angela na abaiwa ne bali mwatigara. Angela, Daktari Omoiwa, Daktari Nana, pole sana. Pole because it is difficult to use or to come up with language that can go beyond pole. Over 20 years ago, again we were on this farm when we came to say goodbye to my late brother-in-law Joseph Mageto, the father of my nephew who has now left us. At that time, when my late father stood up to speak, I remember he expressed how painful it was for him to be burying, effectively to be burying mtoto wake. Sadly, those of us who are Nyakeri's uncles and aunties find ourselves in that very same, very sad, very unfortunate, a situation that is beyond our understanding, that we are here to bury our child. So pole sana almost what? Pole. But I take courage and encouragement, like I said in the chapel at Umash in Nairobi, that I know you to be a person of tremendous faith. And I believe that that faith will see you through what right now looks like a very dark situation. Right now looks like a situation it is impossible to understand, and it is probably impossible to look ahead and imagine how life is going to be without your elder son. The rest of us who are seated here and the many friends who have expressed their condolences to you, the most important thing that we can do is to continue to pray for you, to continue to pray for my Abaigwa who are remaining, the larger Mochache family, and of course the larger Nyachai family, and all friends of Angela. Let us continue to pray for each other. So it's a difficult situation, but the Bible says in all situations, let us give thanks to God. And you know, I have had occasion to reflect about the very short life of Omoiwa Nyakeri, who has now slept. And listening to others who have spoken before me, again, it has fed into the reflection that I have had. Our reaction as human beings is a natural reaction of, oh, Nyakeri died at a very young age. Why did he have to die at that very young age? But let us look at Nyakeri's life, which has been read. It's been read to us. People have spoken about it. How many of us
are able, some of us are now tumefika ile kiwango tunaitwa wazee sasa, but tukianza kuulizwa, how many of us have been able to do the things that Nyakeri has done in that short life of his? It's amazing. It is truly amazing that he has, like somebody said, been able to live life with a big spoon, to enjoy it himself, but at the same time to have a tremendous impact on other people. It's very interesting. A lot has been said about mountains, because Nyakeri, it's one of the passions that he had, and he climbed mountains. Very interestingly, by coincidence, specifically one or two people referred to Mount Longonot by way of demonstrating that even that small mount, Wacha, the ones that Nyakeri has climbed. It's a very interesting coincidence, because as we were coming here, when we were driving down, Mount Longonot was very clear over the other side. And my wife Jane, who, to put this matter in context, has recently retired from employment, so she's not young. She looked at the mountain, Mount Longonot, and said, you know what? One of these days, I really need to climb Mount Longonot. What does that tell you? It tells you that this is an acknowledgement that there are things, for sure, all of us, not just her, all of us have had the opportunities to, if it is mountain climbing, we have had the opportunities. For me, my late nephew has climbed Kilimanjaro several times, Mount Kenya several times. The closest that I got to Mount Kenya was when I drove from my house to Lavington to pick my daughter Mwango, who had just come from the school trip where she had climbed Mount Kenya up to Point Lenana at the age of 12. That's the closest I've gotten to climbing Mount Kenya. So what am I saying, especially to my nephews and nieces, the young people? You still have that tremendous opportunity to learn from Nyakeri to that extent. To that extent. Because as I say, Nyakeri could have lived up to my age or beyond and not done the things that he has done, whether it is professionally, whether it is socially, or whether it is in terms of his own adventures and what he was doing out. You young people, because you still have the opportunity, take Nyakeri as a role model. And I want you to take him as a role model in many ways. Many people have said, and I also said it in Nairobi, of all my nephews and nieces, I always found Nyakeri to be the perfect gentleman. In any social gathering, he was a perfect gentleman. So there is something there for you to learn. There is an opportunity there for you, as long as you are in good health. Don't wait until you have retired like your auntie, and then you are looking at Longonot and saying, hii Longonot hii nitaipanda. Panda hiyo Longonot sasa, panda Mount Kilimanjaro sasa, panda Mount Kenya sasa. Do what you are able to do in a positive way, and you impact on those around you positively. As I finish, Jeff, let me just say once again my deepest condolences to Omwano Mintoangela, Abayubane Nana, and Daktari. And I want to say this, and this really will be my closing point. Angela, I will not pretend that I can know exactly what's going on in your head. But I can guess that one of the things that is going on in your head, because it is natural, is to ask yourself, is there something that I could have done more to save my son? Daktari, Nana, you are asking yourselves, I am sure, what more could we have done to save our brother? I want to tell you that you did the most that you could do. You did the best that you could do, but it was God's decision that this was the particular time that your son, my nephew, your brother, was going to rest. And I want you to focus on that, and also to focus on what I have just referred to, how fulfilled and fulfilling his relatively short life was. And may God continue to bless you. May God walk with you. And the rest of us, as Umongna has said, we are there for you. We may not always be there physically, but I want you to know, and on this I believe I speak on behalf of our entire family. Angela, we are there for you. Never hesitate if there is any way that, even if it is just talking, even if it is just, to keep you company, we are there for you. And may the Almighty God rest Nyakeri's soul in eternal peace. Jeff, if I have taken more than the minute you allotted me, that's why you are an elder of the church.
Thank you. Forgiveness is allowed and you are forgiven.
Tunaomba uwepo wako uende nasi, ewe Bwana wa majeshi, tusikie. Kama uendi nasi, hatutaki kutoka hapa, hatuwezi peke yetu, enda nasi. Tuatua shingo ngumu, tusamehe, hatufai mbele yako, turehemu. Tusafishe Baba, tuonyeshe uso wako, twahitaji neema yako, enda nasi. Tutavua mapambo yetu, vitu vyote vya dhamani kwetu. Mioyo yetu twaleta mbele zako, tutakase na utembee nasi. Tunaomba utuonyeshe njia zako, kwa maana umetuita kwa jina lako. Twalilia Baba, utukufu na uso wako, bila wewe tutashindwa, enda nasi. Tutavua mapambo yetu, vitu vyote vya dhamani kwetu. Mioyo yetu twaleta mbele zako, tutakase na utembee nasi. Tutavua mapambo yetu, vitu vyote vya dhamani kwetu. Mioyo yetu twaleta mbele zako, tutakase na utembee nasi. Mioyo yetu twaleta mbele zako, tutakase na utembee utembee nasi. Asanteni.
Tumempoteza mtu tutamkumbuka sana zaidi. Kwa majina naitwa Bruno Mochumbe. We worked very closely with Daniel at the post office, specifically in the IT department. And there are many things I'd like to say, but I don't want to repeat what has already been said about him. But just to mention a few things that probably we will remember Daniel for at the post office, specifically within the ICT department, in the short time that I've been there, was that around January we started a project, or we started 2 projects in ICT at the post office, and one of them was the last mile initiative by the post office to deliver goods to every single Kenyan at their doorstep or closer to them. That was one of the projects we started. For those who are tech savvy amongst us, we also began developing what we'd like to call a poster mobile app, where you can access almost all our post office services at the comfort of your devices. There's many more things that would look forward to launching if Daniel was still amongst us, but these are just some of them that we will remember him for. Sadly, he wouldn't be here to see them grow and flourish. On behalf of our CEO at the post office, the Postmaster General, Mr. Daniel Kagwe, and the Board of Directors, accept their sincere condolences to the family and everyone else who is here. And on behalf of the CEO and the post office at large, a brief kwaheri to him. To the bereaved family of the late Mr. Daniel Nyakeri Mochache, distinguished guests, the clergy, family, friends and relatives, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon once again. On behalf of the Postal Corporation of Kenya, I wish to extend our deepest condolences to the children, extended family and friends of Mr. Daniel Nyakeri Mochache, who transitioned to be with the Lord on Monday, 23rd August 2021 after a short illness. Mr. Mochache was kind-hearted, resourceful, respectful, and a friend to all at the post office fraternity. He joined the Postal Corporation of Kenya on 9th September 2015 as a network administrator. He worked in various capacities during this 6-year tenure at the corporation, and until his demise, he was stationed in the ICT department at the headquarters. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mochache was committed to service, full integrity, and work ethic, and his work ethic was more than remarkable. He had a great passion for excellent service, delivery, and made lasting relationships among the colleagues he worked with. His professionalism and charismatic personality were readily apparent. Mr. Mochache loved his job and gave it his all. He was a resilient team player and an industrious officer who interacted well with the people from all walks of life. It is with great pain that we have lost Mr. Mochache, who was an invaluable member to the ICT department and the corporation at large. We will surely miss his warm demeanor, sense of humor, and enthusiasm that brought much joy to the wider postal service fraternity. We stand with Mr. Mochache's family and continue to pray for them in this difficult moment. May our Lord Jesus Christ hold and carry you through this period as you mourn this great loss. Thank you and God bless you.
I bring condolences to the Mochache family and specifically Angela from my wife Jane. Then I bring condolences to the wider family from myself and the family, and I see I'm normally reminded many times at Mimi no Moiwa, and the person who calls me that is seated here. So the Mochache family is also my relatives. Secondly, I would like to bring condolences from a few friends of Joseph Mageto, who taught with him when he was teaching at Egerton. And I also need to point out that Joseph was my senior when we were in secondary school, a school called Nduru Secondary School in South Mugrango in Kisii. many years ago. I know it is very hard to say bye to a loved one, a young man with a promise for the future. It is a difficult experience that it doesn't go out of your mind easily. But in all that we do, it shall be well, because God's time is the right time. We may not agree because we are humans, but there is a reason why Daniel had to go at this time. Our mine is to pray for the family, that God grants you His grace and fortitude to bear, and that when all is done, it shall be well and we shall glorify Him. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prof, for those kind and timely remarks.
Here's to the one that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything stayed the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name, 'cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. But everything gonna be alright. Go raise a glass and say, here's to the one that we got. Cheers to the wish you're here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, when I felt all the hatred was too powerful to stop. Oh yeah. Now my head feels like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you that I know I'll never drop. Yeah, everybody hurts sometime, everybody hurts someday. But everything's gonna be alright. Go raise a glass and say, here's to the one that we got. Cheers to the wish you're here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back everything. And the memories bring back, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories. Memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.